Libby the Liberal here. Welcome to my show. I'm Libby the Liberal. And today we're going to talk about liberal things. Starting with why you should vote for Mark Carney. Because if we get Pierre Poilievre in, we're in big trouble. We're in huge trouble. So we can't let Mark Carney get in. We have to vote. We have to vote for Mark Carney. You can't let Pierre Poilievre win. Do I have any friends out there? Hi, Paul. I got a friend. I got one friend named Paul. This is Libby the Liberal. If we don't vote for Pierre, if we don't vote Pierre Poilievre not to be the Prime Minister, we're in deep trouble. I'm in deep trouble because I'm 55 years old and I live in my parents' basement. If Pierre gets in, I'm going to have to get a job and move out of my parents' basement and buy my own groceries. I won't get any carbon tax refund rebate, GST, HST, or the SHIT rebate. What do you think of this, Paul? Are you voting Liberal? Yes, no, maybe so. So you guys can comment on me what you can ask me. I'm Libby the Liberal. Ask me any questions you guys want to know. And only tell lies. Don't make fun of me, Mr. Rising COVID Warrior. Dolly Parton. Hi. So if I have to move out of my parents' basement at 55 years old because the Conservatives win, I'm gonna be very, very mad. Do not vote for Pierre Poilievre. If you do, then I'll be forced to have to drive a Tesla. I'll get no more carbon tax, no more free handouts. Ma! They're making fun of me! I won't be able to get any more free government prescriptions, or even the MK Ultra will have to end. Hi, Linda! It's me! Libby the Liberal! Hi, Paul! We'll wait for a few more people to jump on. But when I see the crowds at Pierre Poilievre, it makes me almost want to cry. Pierre Poilievre's gonna win the election. I'm gonna have to find a job. I'm gonna have to find a job. I have to pay for my own groceries. I'm gonna have to move out of my parents' basement at 55. I almost made it to my Canada pension plan almost at 62. Hi, Tookie. Hi, BG. Let's see how long I can do this for. Do you guys like my music in the background? And just like that.
Just like that. Don't make me have to bring Libby the Liberal back into the picture, guys. It's a clown show out there. As we see the fudging of the numbers in the poll stations because all the poll smokers out there. Okay, CBC, CTV, Global, they got these polls running that say Pierre Poilievre is the one losing in the polls. Now, to tell you guys truthfully, I've been to Surrey, BC, and there was 5,500 people at a PP rally in Surrey, BC, which is a Liberal riding. But I don't think there's 5,500 white people in Surrey, BC, period. If you know anything about Surrey, BC, it's predominantly not white. So anybody on the West Coast knows the nationality there in Surrey, BC. It's the same as Brampton. Exactly the same. Right? So people are... I'm not saying they didn't come from other places. Obviously, they did. Right? But when you're getting that many people, you got 5,500 in Hammertown. You got 5,000 in Surrey, BC. Another 3,500 in Winnipeg today. The people are showing up in numbers, which is a good thing. If you're a conservative, bad thing if you're a Liberal. If you look at the sites, Liberal-run sites, and you see anything to do with Carney, okay, and it's a Liberal Party putting it out there on social media, just look at the comments underneath. It's pretty rude, man. It's pretty funny if you ask me. There's no way in hell that this guy Carney is leading anywhere, okay? You can't even fill between the combination of the Liberals and the NDP. They can't even fill a porta-john. Period. There's no ifs, ands about it, okay? They're not getting the numbers. But this is deja vu. We've seen this happen not long ago in November with Kamala Harris and Tampon Tim. And they had them leading up to the 11th hour. It was actually the 11th hour, 11 p.m. And we seen what happened. Everybody was wrong all of a sudden. Mainstream media had it wrong. The pollsters had it wrong. Everybody had it wrong, right? And that's what's going to happen here in Canada. They could try and steal it. It's not going to work out because all hell's going to break loose in Canada if they try and steal the vote, steal the election. Got food or something on my shirt? Well, isn't that nice? Like, is there? No, that's lipstick. Sorry. Oh, up here. Oh, that was a peanut. That's what that was. I had an ice cream cone because I needed one. Art Clark's from the island of PEI, and they got great potatoes down there. Greg Crocker, yes, clowns are in Canada. Art Clark, circus food. Yeah, I get a lot of circus food around here. Had a nice pot roast for dinner with potatoes and carrots, and just because that's the way I eat on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Like to cook decently, right? All week long I eat like shit. I'm always working. Yeah, Clowny, that's exactly what he is Clowny. And this is why I have the music in the background. It just suits the environment that we're going through right now politically, because there's a lot of clowns. You know, I hate to say it, but well, I'm not going to hate to say it. I'm going to tell you. If people say, oh, you can't tell people who to vote for, I'll tell you who to vote for. And if you don't like it, I'll tell you to double that one and triple down on it if you have to. Right? But a vote for the Liberals, or a vote for the NDP is a vote for the Liberal. A vote for Max Bernier is actually a vote for the Liberal. A vote for the Greens is actually a vote for the Liberal. So it's a two-horse race run by the Liberals and the Conservatives. And there's only one way to actually go, right? There's really not a third option out there. And anybody that says, oh, Donald Trump in his 51st state does not, wait a second, back up, okay, on the 51st state shit. If there was any chance on Canada becoming a 51st state, there would be somebody already on the ballot running for the 51st state or independence. And there is none of that on the ballot. Stop spitting. or stop splitting. And that's where we ran into a problem before, Paul. We would already have a conservative government. We would have seen what Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives were about by now. Okay, if people didn't split the vote, and Max Bernier came out, and I think Max Bernier is a Liberal shill, period. Right? You don't get any seats. He steals a vote for what, really? You know, if Max Bernier was smart, he'd let the Conservatives win, let them blow. If they're going to blow, they're going to blow, and they're going to blow really fast. And then come in with your damn Max Bernier, the whatever you want to call yourself, the PPP. Right? And then come in that way. Instead, what you're doing is you're hurting it, because you're probably never going to get in if you want to keep splitting the vote. The Conservatives are going nowhere. They get seats. This guy will never end up with a seat. He'll be dead before he even gets a seat. Right? He's already, 70 years old? Yeah, Pierre Poilievre seems pretty awesome. He's saying all the right things, guys. But don't be misled. In 2015, a Canadian's a Canadian. Sunny ways. He said it all. Legalize. We're going to legalize cannabis. And he got in. Period. And then what do we get? Right? So don't be fooled, okay? Because what happens with these politicians, they'll say anything and do anything to get the spot, because when you got a paycheck of $300,000 a year, that's some pretty ching-a-ling, guys, to do what you do. And that's sitting in a nice warm spot in Ottawa. Everything's paid for. These guys don't pay for their meals. They don't pay for their shelter. That's $300,000 a year. I don't even think they pay tax, okay? So they're vying for a position, and they'll say anything for it and do anything for it. So just be careful. I say you give the last option, which would be Pierre Poilievre, and if that don't work, then you start looking at all the other options out there, right? None of them become politicians out of the goodness of their hearts. Right. None of them do. You know, you got a guy like Carney, and you got to look at what's his obsession with becoming the prime minister? What's his goal? What's in it for him? It's not the money. He already has the money. Okay, he's got a bank account, $20 billion in the Bohemian Bank. Okay, you think he's there for the $400,000 a year at prime minister? No, there's bigger things in the picture for a guy like Mark Carney. And it's not out of the bottom of his heart because he cares for Canada. All of a sudden, he cares for Canada. And he's going to get rid of the carbon tax and build pipelines and fight crime and get rid of the drugs and protect the border. Right? That's not going to happen. So when these guys, they vie for a position, what? And people say, well, Poilievre's never had a job. He's a politician. That's his job. He's a politician. He's polished. He's smart. He knows what time of day it is. He knows how to work it. They will say and do anything till they are in control of the money tree. That's right. It's all about dollars and cents. If there was no money involved, what would happen? What do you think would happen? You think we'd have mayors and councilmen out of the bottom of their hearts? You'll have those guys out there that are there, okay, that are there for the country, that don't care about the money. Those are the guys I want to hire. Those are the ones that deserve it. He's 20 years experience under the CPC government too. Yeah, no, he's just listen to the guy. He hits all the right points, right? But so did Justin Trudeau in 2015. And I don't care what anybody says. So he won with the majority party. He said all the right things. He's going to lower taxes. He's out for the working class person. He's going to legalize cannabis. A Canadian's a Canadian. He's going to abide by the Constitution, or by the Constitution. Okay, and what happened? Music matches the name Carney. Yeah, so I'm not going to be fooled. I am voting for the Conservative Party. Just for that reason, right? Because the hatred for the Liberal government has to go. Okay, they have to leave. Period. They had 9 years to do what they did, and look what they did. Now they want 4 more years to try and get us out of the shit that they created. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, accepting a different result. And what do you get? You don't. You get the same result, maybe a little worse with Carney. And I'm afraid it's going to be a lot worse with Carney. My candidate, Gil's also, yes, I'm going to do a live video with Gil. He's the Windsor West candidate. I've been in touch with him. He called me the other night. We're going to talk to him, and I just want to ask him some basic questions about policies and stuff like that for this area and the rest of Canada, right? Do I like my, do you like your muffin buttered? Nick farts. Read some comments here. Yeah, Poilievre seems pretty awesome. Well, he's got the backing of the people like I've never seen before. When you have record numbers showing up in a Liberal stronghold of Surrey, BC, Houston, we have a problem if you're a Liberal. Big time, because yeah, he hit 3K. Oh, we hit 3K in subs? Why, thanks, guys. That's a milestone. I haven't been really working YouTube as much as I do Facebook, right? But yeah, Jacob did post up the Libby the Liberal video earlier today. I thought that was pretty funny. It's tough to do stuff like that and keep a straight face while you're doing it, because it's funny to me, really funny to me, and I want to laugh at a lot of things, right? That's Jake's job, yes, 100%. You're doing a great job, buddy. Really. Wow. Is this song like gonna go on forever? It's the carnival. But it's not gonna go on forever. We got what, today is the 29th. We got another 32 days before the election. So this is not gonna go on forever. It's gonna be quick. And I think the quicker, the better. That was a mistake called upon Carney, but it was just a mistake, period, because he, the longer that we would have went on without an election, the more he would have got grilled, the more he would have been exposed, and the faster he would have got outraised. Now he has that slim chance of hope that maybe we could win. No. Mainstream media is paid off for by the government. They're protecting their own jobs. Okay, so they want the pollsters to look like Carney's going to win and try and sway it that way, because they make money too, and they make great bucks, these journalists, okay, on the backs of the taxpayers. Well, we give CBC $1.2 billion a year for what? And then they spew bullshit polls and everything else, right? Nick Nanos. What a goof that guy is. Then you got Liaison or from China. China's doing polls in Canada. And they're saying, they expect election interference. But they're going to count all these ballots by hand. So when will the election actually be called? Will it be in October when they count all the ballots? Because we just seen what they did in BC when it was so close of a horse race. It took 3 weeks to count the ballots of 5 million people. And they used a machine. So something wasn't right. And then Eby ended up winning by a fraction, very small, okay, handful of people. And that's wrong. Hi from Liberal New Zealand, Newfoundland. It seems there's more conservatives here now. Well, the good people in Newfoundland, okay, and I want to say, make sure you drink your screech and eat your salt beef down there. And where's me too, boy? Okay, that's the way they talk down there in Newfoundland. They're great people. They're hardworking people. They're solid Canadians. Okay, but they've been fast-tracked by the Liberals forever, right? And it just seems that the East Coast is the reason that the Liberals get in, because Quebec and the East Coast and then part of Ontario, and then the election's done. It don't matter. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, BC, or the territories don't have a say in the election, right? So you guys do your part. That was awesome what happened there in St. John's last week when Carney showed up, and the fishermen out there just wanted to ask some questions, right? And what did they get? They got kicked out, thrown out by the police, and no questions answered. And that was on his first day tour. And what do you know? The other day he was supposed to go to Quebec City, but he had to call Donald Trump to talk about tariffs. Okay, you're not even prime minister yet. He's committing $2 billion for my area, the auto sector. If we're hurt by the trade war, he can't even sign a check. Okay, period. He can't sign a check or cash a check. Period. He has to open Parliament up. Okay, they got to vote on it. So it's all lip service, right? For Mark Carney, the clown show. 29 days to election. I can't wait. Really, I'm gonna have so much fun. The polls say it even in Newfoundland. What I hear from people around me say different. I expect Newfoundland to be blue this time, and Newfoundland is always historically liberal. Especially Newfoundland. I don't know if there was ever a conservative government in Newfoundland. You would know if you're from Newfoundland. I can't recall it. So ZS, you're right on the money there. But if the fix is in, and somehow they fix the election, because a lot of people are already swaying that way, right? That they're going to fix the election somehow. If that happens, Canada's in big trouble, guys. Big trouble. So it better be free and fair. And when you got Donald Trump now saying, oh, he's friends with, or seeing eye to eye with Mark Carney, I don't believe that for 2 seconds. But you don't hear the Liberals talking shit about Donald Trump anymore, in the last couple of days. He's become like Bad Man Orange gone good. And Elon Musk. Wow. They're going to buy Teslas again. So just like that, they change, right? The Liberals are weak. And you can't get any weaker than you look at the cesspool of Liberals, and I'm going to call them a cesspool, okay, of the people at the rallies. The average age is 60 to 70. How many are going to be dead by the 28th of April, unfortunately? The boomers is what they'll call them. The boomers. Right, they're the ones trying to call the shot. Well, there's not many boomers around there, so I don't know anybody in my demographics of age, and I'm 55 years old, that are going for red. I don't know anybody. Even my own brother, he says he's liberal, but he's not liberal. He's conservative. He's just playing games on my Facebook to try and rile me and everybody up, right? But he's not voting no liberal. They've had enough, right? Even the Liberals are seeing it going, what are we going to do here? So what's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, Trump did say that they're weak people, Paul, and I don't know what to make of it. I really don't care, really. I want the conservatives in. If Trump's lying, I don't really care about Trump. Trump ain't our problem, by the way. That's an American problem, not ours. Yeah, you're in Toronto, though, Paul. And that's the thing. Once you start relying on the government, you get your these tax credits for this and that, and you're on a disability, CPP. I don't know how they even live on that, but they get these tax credits, so it's free living for a lot of these guys. If they had money socked away, they're living all right for now. But they complain they want more money for their pensions every time, right? Yeah, free program. Free what did we say? Free coffee and donuts and sandwiches to go to the rallies. What's he going to do? Bust these people in like they did the Chinese a couple years ago? They're going to the Chinese community and busting all the Chinese people from wherever to the polls, and brutal. Brutal. So I think it's going to be funny, guys. Just stick around, stay tuned, right? I don't know what to make of it, but I'm just going to make a lot of fun at it, right? And I'm going to do different skits. We got the Drunk Ford, we got the Leo Meets Singer, we got the Libby the Liberal, right? Mark Carney. We're going to do the Mark Carney again. We're going to hit a bunch of things, right? Because there's a lot of fools out there I can make fun of and have fun doing it, right? The liberals are distracting us with Trump, so we forget what the liberals did to us in the last 10 years. You can't forget that. Just look around. Look at the housing crisis, the homelessness, the drug problem, the crime, the rise in crime, the cost of living for food. Okay, there's no forgetting that in the next 28 days. That's for sure. And there's a big appetite to get rid of the liberals. Yeah, look over there. Don't look here. Absolutely, Paul. You know, they're going to have a catastrophe happen here in the next 20 days for people to look over there. And he just tried it by not going to Quebec City and saying, I was on the phone with Donald Trump. That was more important. He could have took the phone from his shitter on the bus. Took the phone call from there, okay? And they talked for 20 minutes. No, you had to go back to Ottawa, make a big scene, and like he's a big shot. And he's not a big shot. He's a nobody. And he said, oh, Donald Trump called me. I highly doubt Donald Trump called you, pal. I think it was the other way around. You called Donald Trump, and he diverted the rally in where? Quebec City, of all places. Why Quebec City? Because they hate him in Quebec City. They can't stand that guy in Quebec City. They can't stand Trudeau in Quebec City. So he, after doing the rallies on the East Coast and getting heckled and everything else and locking people out of the convention, that people that were on the invite list, by the way, that signed up properly and went through the channels, walked out, police called on them. What do you think was going to happen in Quebec City? I know the French. I was in Ottawa when the convoy was going on. I met a lot of good French people from Quebec. And I'll tell you, them French boys in Quebec City, and the farther you go northeast in Quebec, the tougher they get. And they didn't like Trudeau. Boom, 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 boom. What do you think on that? Agree or disagree? Just looking at some things here. Yeah, the debate's going to be great. That's a great point, too. Yeah, that's coming up on the 16th of April or the 12th. The real Canadian rage. YT, sir. Oh, Carney's going to get torn apart. You can't debate this pure guy. He's got all the goods on him. Okay, all of it. Is he going to... I hope Pure asked him a question about him and the connection to Epstein Island and Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, right? Those are legitimate questions. Will he waste his time on that? No, I think you'll ask him about the tax havens that he's been stealing taxpayers' money, okay, by not paying the taxes and putting it in Lion Trust, we'll call it the Lion Trust. What a joke. In a Bohemian bank account where if I was to try and pull that, I'd be in a Canadian prison. Oh, imagine that, bringing an apple to the debate and pointing it. This is on a repeat. I love it. just at the 30-minute marker here. I didn't want to go too much farther than 30 minutes today. But just let in the comments down below, tell me what you guys think on what's happening here. Is it an MK Ultra experiment on the political side? Is everybody being bamboozled? Is it smoke and mirrors? Do you think Carney's winning? Do you think Pierre's winning or losing? Take a good look at it. Stick your head in your ass and take a good look at yourself. How's that sound? With that being said, I'm going to go. Bye. Bye, guys. Yeah, elbows up. Fists up your anus. Up somebody's anus right to there, the elbow. And then you got the elbows up. That's the way it works. Cheeks up. You look like Doug Ford. My head's gonna explode. It's a shit show. Look like I'm gonna take a shit. That's me in the morning. Bye, guys.